I was like 3 minutes late. Okay. Jempis años, ¿cómo estás? How are you? So the questions are gonna be all over the place today. So a ver, I'm hearing next week. I did a episode with Vessel Wellness. They do all sorts of like sexual health, like sexual wellness procedures. So trust me, like it's gonna benefit the ladies, or I think we're gonna do a giveaway for the ladies and for the men, but you can win it for your man if you picking up what I'm putting down, because I know a lot of y'all fellas ain't gonna join the giveaway because you're gonna be like, I don't need anything done to my pee. You know what I mean? So trust me, if you win it, you could either win it for like you and your man or a man's. So trust me, it's gonna benefit everybody. Because when we were talking about the giveaway, I was like, there's guys who are not gonna want to join the giveaway because they don't want to be like, hey, I need some help down there. So we're making it easier. Like ladies, if you win it, you can win it for your man. Okay, you don't necessarily need to tag. Like we're gonna figure out a way to do it where it's not gonna be so invasive. Meaning like a guy's not gonna be like, oh, like, why did you comment on there? Like, I don't need any help. So I think it's gonna be more of a DM situation. Just because of that, but you do have to be following the both. We're gonna do a girl giveaway and a guy giveaway, so I don't have that trouble. LOL, shit. We could double the power. So, like I said, it's gonna be a giveaway between girls and guys, and that way it can. And we're gonna try to make it at least like the guy one, the least invasive as possible. You know, because there's some guys out here who don't want to be like, oh, like I don't have a problem, right? So, but the girl one is just gonna be a simple, because girls don't care. Girls are like, hell yeah, I want give me something to enhance my O's, right? And trust me, this podcast episode, you guys are really gonna enjoy it, because I learned a lot from this podcast episode. Meaning like the different things you can do for guys that struggle with ED, girls who struggle finishing fast, you know, like, so they need a little bit more stimulation. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I learned from this podcast episode. So trust me, I'm excited to share it with you guys as well. So, all right, we're going to get into the questions. If I start missing, you're saying, sorry, secrets, or are we saying dirty secrets? We're saying all sorts of secret, girl. So we're going to get into the questions. If I miss your guys' comments, I'm not trying to miss them on purpose. I'm just trying to stay locked in. You know what I mean? So we got a shit ton of questions. I have to stop the music because Instagram be super sensitive about the music. They'll be like, why are you playing music? Copyright strike. So we're going to get into the questions. All right, let's get into it. All right. Oh yeah, this one's a part 4. Okay, let's not be doing so many parts. All right. Part 1, I was in a situationship with a guy for 2 years. At the end of the year, second year, he was hinting about this other woman he met from another country. I found out he was in a relationship with her, and he slept with her and me around the same time. Gross. I practiced safe S. Okay. I felt grossed out. I told him clearly to leave me alone if he was going to sleep with someone else. I called the other girl and told her everything. He said I betrayed him by telling him everything I did. Did I? She left him because he lied and cheated on her. He kept saying I destroyed him and ruined his relationship with her. He said that you ruined the relationship, girl. He said you ruined the relationship when he's the one out here cheating. Like, hold on, like, make it make sense. He's out here cheating. He's out here like messing around with you, messing around with still having a wife or a girlfriend, whatever the case. And then you go and tell him, be like, hey, yo, just so you know, your man's is out here sticking it in me too. And then he has the nerve to say that it's your fault. Nah, fam. That's gaslighting at its finest. Trying to make it seem like you're the bad person, like you were the one that ruined a happy home. The moment he stepped out of that relation is the moment he ruined that happy home. He knew what he was doing. He knew clearly what he was doing. He just thought that you were never going to say anything. And now that you said something, he's trying to make you feel bad, make you feel a type of way because you said something. Nah, man, you did the right thing. You did the right thing by going to snitch on him. That's it. Like, and this is why I always say take everything with a grain of salt, because he told you, like, maybe it wasn't a thing, maybe it was just a situationship, maybe it was just a friends with benefits. They're not gonna be like, oh, by the way, I have a wife, but I still want to be hooking up with you. So no, don't let him obviously gaslight you like that. That's clearly his fault. He was the one out messing around, and then he gets mad at you because you went and did the girl thing, the girl code thing, and you're like, hey, just so you know, your man is messing around with me too. Nah, I think you did the right thing, and if don't let him tell you otherwise. Like, and if you knew that that was his wife, I mean, you guys are both in the wrong. But if you thought it was just a situationship, like, to be like, oh, I'm messing around with you, and then I was messing around with her, again, you did the right thing by saying, like, hey, I'm not going to be doing this, right? You want to be safe about it. You want to be, like, if it's not just me that you're messing around with, it's not going to be anybody. So she was a girlfriend, not the wife. But the thing that I want you to remember here is the whole gaslighting part. Don't let that man gaslight you. Don't let him tell you, be like, it's your fault. Because I know for the most part, like, I've done the poll where I've said, if you knew somebody was cheating, would you tell them? And most people say, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't. I should stay out of it. They don't want to know. But then when I flip it, girls are like, yeah, I would want to know if I'm getting cheated on. So that's why I'm saying, you know, they weren't in a relationship. She could have backed out and not said anything to the chick. No, I think she did the right thing, because she found out that this dude is cheating. But that's what guys need to be called out on, because if you don't call them out on cheating, if you don't call them out on being, like, shady like this, they're gonna continue to do it. And that's why he got upset, because he got called out on. And so that's why I said I'm glad that you said something, because now he's just gonna be like, fuck, I can't be doing that shit anymore. He wasn't cheating, but it said that he had another person. So the thing is, like, a guy's gonna be like, oh, I have another friends with benefits, I have another situationship, you know what I mean? They're not gonna tell you the truth. Like, there was that TikTok I did a while back ago where the guy was telling other people, or telling the girl, that he had a roommate too, you know, but he wasn't cheating, they were in a situationship. No, but that's what he said. You know, that's what he said. Where that hat from? I forgot where I got this hat from. So the thing is, you're believing what the guy says. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. Like, I can tell you that's my roommate. Say, like, a girl lives here. I live by myself. Okay. Say a girl lives here, right? I can tell you, and say it's my girlfriend, right? But I can tell you, oh, that's my roommate. She just lives with me, you know? And then we start messing around. And then later on, she was like, I'm not the roommate. Like, that's my boyfriend, right? So, but I was telling you that was my roommate. So that's why I found out he was in a relationship with another girl for a whole year. See, I can tell you that. Like, I can tell you it's a situationship. I can tell you it's a friends with benefits. But what is it really, right? So that's why, like, you got to take things with a grain of salt. Because if that girl... Because she said that she said something, and then that girl ended up leaving him because of this whole situation. She went along with it. She was wrong for hitting up the chick. She could have just stopped talking to him. Absolutely, I agree with that 1,000%. Like, if she knew, and that's why I said earlier too. But if you knew that he was in a relationship and you continued, you're also in the wrong. So that's why I said that earlier too. Like I said, she was in the wrong too, because if she knew. Right? If she was like, oh, that's the wife. But again, who knows what that guy told her to. All I'm saying is, like, this whole situationship, you see how it starts getting very dramatic, very toxic, very no. This ain't, that's a totally no for me. You know what I mean? Like this whole love triangle that's going on here. It's not cutesy. It's not. You know what do they say? So yeah, that's a definitely no for me, dog. Okay, guys just need to learn to be honest. That's true. I can say that here too. I'd be like, guys need to be honest, but are they? Probably not. All right, next question. Do guys remember the girls that made them? A guy gave this guy a head and let him finish my mouth, didn't swallow, but haven't made the time to link up since. Just curious if he thinks of me. Oh. I mean, do they always get flashbacks? I mean, everybody gets flashbacks, right? Right? Like, I'm sure if it was the first time that he had a girl swallow, then of course he's gonna have some flashbacks. Or if they did something unique, something different, something that really stood out that maybe somebody hasn't really done, yeah, you're gonna stick out, right? Like say you were with a guy who was just would throw you around, he like throw you up against the wall, like flip you around, tie you up, and then the next guy you're with is just like pretty vanilla. You would be having flashbacks to that last dude. You'd be like, damn, I remember when it was a horrible relationship, but when he threw me up against that wall, when he called me a good girl for finishing in my mouth, like, you know what I mean? So it just totally depends on the flashback. I'm sure you're not, even people who are bad, you get flashbacks and you're like, fuck, I can't believe I was in that relationship, or I can't believe I was in such a vanilla relationship. And you just remember maybe the guy not being very, freaky or anything like that. So you get flashbacks, good or bad. It just happens. Like that's how something may trigger it. Like I could have this red flag and all of a sudden you're thinking of your ex right now. And you're just like, oh yeah, that ex that threw me up against the wall that one time, shit was hot. Would I ever date him again? Hell no, right? So, of course, they stick. If something really good or bad happened, they're gonna stick out, and you're gonna think of them, right? Or if it was the first time you tried something, or they showed you something new, that's gonna stick out. For example, like I said, if she was if you were the first one that made him finish, and you took it all like a champ that you are. He's going to remember that. He's going to be like, damn, she was the first one that took the whole load like a champ. All right, next question. In a sneaky link friends with benefits situation, do I have a right to get upset if he keeps planning meetups but cancels on me last minute? Expectations lead to disappointments. I'm understanding, but geez, 3 times already. Don't want to give him a 4th opportunity. You should not. You gave him 3 tries, which is already too many, to be honest. But that's way too many times to try to meet up with somebody to give him some cookie. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally saying no to getting cookie. There's somebody out there right now that's going to be like, I've been begging you for this cookie and you're not giving it. You're giving it to this dude who's just like, not right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's somebody out there who's going to want to do all sorts of things to you. But you're not doing them because you're too busy with homie over here that keeps canceling on you. So, I mean, if it happens 1 time, I get it. Things come up. Shit happens. 2 times, like, that can also be, like, iffy. But the 3rd time, after the 3rd time, I'd be like, fuck this. So, again, first time, things could happen, shit happens, life happens, right? 2nd time, what was the excuse, right? Because it's gonna be really difficult. But the 3rd time, they're just not wanting to hang up. So next question. So I'm talking to an old ex. He's older than me. I'm younger. Anyways, the S is amazing, but I don't know if he wants a relationship. All this does is send me memes about S or family stuff, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. Although he is busy with work, being in the military and all, does it seem like he just wants a friends with benefits? Keep anonymous, please. See, where you first fucked up. Molly, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Where you first fucked up is you went back to an ex. Why would you go back to an ex? And even if it was just going to be a friends with benefits situation, like whatever the case, you went back to an ex, and my exact response is happening to you. You're like, I don't know if he wants something serious. I don't know if he just wants a sneaky link. Like, I don't know what he wants, right? So you're confused because you guys used to be in a relationship, but now you're just like confused. And maybe he's trying to trick you by like saying like, oh yeah, we're going to be in a relationship, but he's only telling you that because he wants to hook up. So Bernice, ¿cómo estás? How are you? She says, new follower here. Welcome. Welcome to the Sucia Live. Sucio and Sucia Live. So, yeah, I would never, even because you get those mixed signals with exes, right? They can be like, oh yeah, we're going to make this work this time. In your head, you're like, yes, we're going to make it work. And then in his head, in reality, he's like, hell no, I just came to get this cookie real quick. But he's not going to tell you that. So, I would not even an ex go back to like just a sneaky link or friends with benefits because you guys already been in a relationship. So that's going to be very difficult to begin with. And just like when we go and drive in the streets, we go forward. We don't need a reverse. Only for like certain reasons we needed a reverse, but definitely not for an ex. Okay. All right. Next question. Why am I always so horny for my man when we're not in the same place? Like I get flooded with all these sexy thoughts and wants, but then when he gets home from work, I'm not wanting. Is that weird? I can honestly say I love being effed by him. Why would this happen? I mean, I don't know. This one's kind of weird. I've never gotten this one. Like where when he's not around, you want him so bad. Maybe because you miss him or you miss having him around, just him being in the same room. But now that he's in the same room, he doesn't really turn you on. Or maybe you're stuck in a moment, meaning like you remember this time that he used to be this certain way, but he's not that way anymore. So like when you see him in person, or you're just going through some things too, right? Because I remember, glad you asked that question. I remember having the conversation with Kaylee. She was on the podcast not too long ago. She has ADHD, ADD, and she has some other things. And she said people who have ADHD, actually, there is times where, or even the disorder, she has another disorder. There are times where she absolutely despises, like, she sees her man is just like, like has nothing, like wants nothing to do with him. But then that he gets past, or she gets past that, and then it changes. I'm not saying it's that. I'm just giving that as an example. That could be something. Maybe you have something similar, but I'm thinking that you're holding on to like some sort of flashback, right? That he is a certain way. Maybe before he would like get home and just like dominate you, and now he just gets home and he's like, what's for dinner? You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot more behind that. There can be no real answer because I don't know him. I don't know what your guys' situation or what are you guys going through too. So, because what if he's not even into the relationship either? I wonder how long it's been since they were together. That too, like that's a great question, Bell's Beauty. How long? Like, when's the last time you guys hooked up? When's the last? Because maybe you're just getting those hot flashes. Like you want somebody to touch you. You want like that intimacy, right? It could be something like that too. So again, we need more context, but you need to get your cheeks clapped, girl. All right, next question. Why does everyone in a relationship think it should be 50-50 nowadays? There's no real men anymore. If it's not 50-50, are they splitting the house chores too? Now, everyone has their own thoughts. Everybody has whatever they want, right? So let me start off by saying, if you're trying to compare now to like back then, you guys have seen it. Inflation is crazy through the roof. Can most guys now take care of the wife and the kids and so they can stay at home? Does that happen a lot? It can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but is it more common now? No, because now they need help because everything raises up and pay raises, they don't go up very high. So that's why I'm saying like the economy's in a weird place. I'm not saying that's the reason why, because there's some people who are doing great. But if you want to live, I'm telling you this right now. If you're doing good and he's doing good, or he's doing good, and like, it doesn't hurt to, like, if you guys are building something like a family, you guys just got a house. I've seen plenty of people who who do 50-50. Like, maybe the man pays for the mortgage and other things, and then his girl pays for other things. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because if you got, at the end of the day, if they're happy, then cool. Now, if you're looking for a man to pay for all your stuff, you just limited your dating pool even smaller. Because is there a lot of guys that will do that right now? Not as much, there are guys definitely out there, but not as much. Because again, what if they can't even afford to support themselves, right? So again, it just totally depends. Like, there's a lot. If it works for your situation, then do it, right? And if it doesn't, like, if your man wants to take care of you, then do it. So like, that's why I said there's no right answer on that one either. Good night, Allie. Thanks you for stopping by. So, like, there's no right answer, because if you want to do 50-50, then guess what? The guy has money left over. The girl has money left over. The only problem to me is, like, if you're doing everything. For example, like the girl, there's so many girls out here who pay all the bills and let the man come and live over with them and, like, all sorts of stuff. Like, that's a problem, right? Like, he should be, like, providing something. Like, if he's just bumming it off you, that's a problem, right? So again, everybody has a different situation. Like, if you're looking for a 50-50 relationship, I'm sure you can find it. If you're looking for somebody to take care of you, see, like, here's the thing. You're looking for somebody to take care of you. And then I'm sure if you want somebody who's going to take care of you and all your bills, you're probably also want to be attracted to him, right? So now he has to be attracted to you. Like, it just, a whole bunch of other dynamics get added. I dated someone who was put off by the fact I was a single mom and he had a career. See, like, there's some guys also who are intimidated by that. Going out tomorrow to eat with my situationship, do I offer to pay half? Girl, pay half? Did he invite you to dinner? Okay, hold on. Penny, come right back. Come right back, miss. Did he tell you to go out to eat? I'm a stay-at-home mom. He pays for everything, but I do everything else, house, kids, him, myself. It's very hard. See, like, no, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, being a stay-at-home mom is also very difficult. It is very difficult. That's a full-time job. But that's why I'm saying, like, but if you guys are both working, there's usually a babysitter, that gets paid for. Oh, hold on. Penny, come right back, girl. Who said we were gonna hook up? And I said let's get some head. Let's head some food first. I mean, if you're gonna give him the cookie, girl, let him pay. Like, unless you guys just want to swing by and get something, right? I mean, that's also an option too. Like, if you want to swing by and get something. But even then, like, I still feel like the guy should pay. That's just my thoughts. I said, let's grab some food first. I mean, you could. Literally, he should be paying regardless. That's what I'm saying, Steph. The guy should be paying regardless. He should be offering to pay. Like, I never go anywhere expecting for a girl to pay or be like, oh, well, she invited me, right? I'm always like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna pay. So that's a difficult one, because what if he's expecting you to pay? Have you paid in the past before? I think it's fine if the guy does not pay. And there's a time and place for that too, like not paying. Where do I ask questions? So you missed out on this one, but make sure you're following me on Instagram. because I post the anonymous question thing so you guys can ask questions. My husband of 19 years had a sexual affair with his coworker. I stupidly forgave him. That's where you fucked up. But now I feel nothing for him. No attraction, no love, nothing. I feel disgusted when I even have S. And I found all of the texts of him allowing her to make fun of my appearance. Mind you, I gave this guy 4 kids. Girl. This is why I would never go back with somebody who cheated on me, because clearly that happened, which is horrible that they even had the nerve to talk to you, talk bad about you, talk down about you, talk about your body like that, you know, like, and this, you literally gave this man 4 kids, and he has the nerve to cheat on you and to talk down on you, and so does she. And see, that's another reason too, like I would never go back, because you clearly lost all feelings for him. It's never the same. And even if you forgave him for some reason, it's never going to be the same. Like, that's always going to be in the back of your head. Is he still cheating? Did he love her? Is he talking to somebody else? Like, it's always going to be in the back of your head. And I wouldn't want to go through that. I would rather go through a heartbreak than to deal with that shit. So, hopefully you have gone past that, you know, like you're on your way out of this relationship, because clearly he has no respect for you. He has no respect for, or not even grateful for giving you 4 beautiful babies, or giving him 4 beautiful babies. And so you're allowing him, thank you for Queen, you're allowing him to disrespect you. And that's 1000% true. And why do you hang on? Because some people hang on they hope things are going to fix itself. They hope, you know, we always talk a lot about assuming, and girls do it the most. Girls, and I'm not saying like it just how people are. Most girls assume that things are going to get better, assume that whatever their man says is going to actually be true. Because they'll be like, oh, I'm going to fix this. And then you're assuming that he's going to do it. And then he ends up not fixing his behaviors. And so that's why you hang on, because you're trying to hang on to this relationship, because most people don't want to feel like they wasted years in a relationship. Like, say you were with this person for 2 years. You'd be like, no, that's 2 years I've spent with this person. I don't want that time to be wasted. No, you're wasting way more time trying to be with this person. Right. And so, and I get it. It's hard. It's not easy to separate from somebody. It's not easy to be like, you know what, I'm done. We're hopeful, like humans, and we think that things are going to change. But in reality, if they didn't change after the first time you brought it up, or the first time they did something, it's probably not going to change. I remember back when I was with my ex of 7.5 years, how many times we had the conversation, like how many times I told her things were going to change and things were going to be different. I forgot. Like, it was a shit ton of times. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we do that a lot. And then the girls, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like, it happens. Most girls are like, they assume that things are going to get better and they want it to get better. But in reality, is it going to get better? If it didn't get fixed either like the first couple times of trying to fix it, it probably is not going to get fixed. Like, let's be honest. Because then you just get stuck in that cycle of it. Working, not working, working, not working. You know, like you break up, you make up, you break up, you make up. We all know some people who are like that. They act like they're freaking fighting, super toxic, like they'll never be together ever again. And then the following day, they're made up and they're on a date and everything's fine. And you're just like, what the fuck happened here? Like yesterday, you called me all upset. You were like, fuck that bitch. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck that. And then the next day, you're just like, hey, we kind of got back together. You know, like that's why, like, hell no. If people stay with somebody that's super toxic, that's on you. Okay, next question. 35-year-old single mother, haven't had any in about a year. Recently started DMing a classmate from high school who is also a single dad. Check. You guys hear me? Yes or no? Neverland Queen. Check. All right, cool. You guys hear me? Yes or no? I hear myself on the phone. Ooh, hey from H Town. Hey, what's up? How are you guys? Sorry, I was. I don't know why it froze. I had to restart it. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, we back. Okay, we back. Oh, absolutely. Sorry about that. I don't know why it does that. It's been doing that so much. I'm actually thinking about upgrading my thing that I have over here because for some reason it's just been doing that. And it's pretty frustrating because out of nowhere it will just freeze and then all of a sudden I can't see, you guys can't hear me or see me, which is dumb. But anyways, I feel the fucking same way and I wish I was buying you a shot right next to you. Fuck this shit. Oh damn, someone's going through it. I'm sorry to hear that, girl. Yes sir, it's cause I had to log off for a minute. All right, hold on. We're gonna get into the next question. We're gonna keep getting right back into it. That's what we're gonna be doing. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure everything is running correctly. All right, how can you tell if a guy or if he is genuine guy who wants to date you versus trying to just hook up with you? Now, the best thing that you can do is pay attention to his actions. Like, what are his actions telling you? That's the biggest thing, because I can tell you whatever I want. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell you, oh, I'm going to treat you like a queen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But my actions are saying that I'm not really interested in you. So just pay attention to that, because even then they'll act like they're super into you just to get some, right? So I've also said this before, and take it how you will. Take it with a grain of salt. Usually, so I did a whole poll thing, and I asked you guys, when's the most about what date or meetup do you guys hook up with a guy? And most of you guys said the third or fourth date. And you know what guys think? They think that they should get some by the third or fourth date. So if you really want to see if he's into you, maybe make him wait a little bit longer. See if he sticks around. Okay, you may be all hot inside and bothered and all moist down there. Maybe he's making you feel some type of way. But you're going to have to fight off those demons, girl. You're going to have to fight off those demons, because if that's all he wants, he's just going to get it and dip out. Like, that's just it. So, again, just pay attention to his actions. His actions are going to tell you a lot about what he feels towards you. So, because if he's actually putting an effort, trying to see you, trying to get to know you, taking you on dates. So some men play the long game though. Oh, absolutely. So that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I said in the beginning, even in the beginning, Romero, he's like, what side are you on, big homie? I'm over here giving out secrets. That's what I'm saying. Because even if you, like, some guys will play the long game. But how do you know? You don't. You just got to have faith. You just got to have some hope that this person is not treating you bad, because we've all seen it and be like, oh, he was so perfect. I don't know what the fuck happened. Because sometimes they are there. They'll play the long game. And so how do you know? You don't. You really don't. You know, but as long as they stay consistent with you and, you know, they're not being shady, you know, it's a good sign. Why 1 minute he watches my stories and the next doesn't heart my stories or doesn't watch them all? It could be that he's trying to get your attention too. You know, he'd be like, oh, I'm not going to like her stories. That way she knows that I'm upset right now, right? But again, you could also be overthinking it too. Like, it's just stories. You know what I mean? Like, it's social media. If maybe his algorithm is not showing him your stories, or maybe he found somebody else who he's liking the stories. It could be a bunch of different reasons. You know what I mean? All right, next question. Oh shit, what the fuck? Wrong button. Been with my man since 17 years old. I am now 42. He is all I know. I'm not complaining. He doesn't know how to satisfy me. Wait, hold on. You said I'm not complaining, but then you're like, he doesn't know how to satisfy me. He doesn't know how to satisfy me. He makes waterfalls, LOL. But since watching you, I feel like I want more. Someone more like you. I don't know what it is, pero sueño contigo. Oh shit, girl. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? See, you know what? The problem is that your boy is. And so if people are attracted to your boy, it's because they're also a. And then the people that we have in this chat room and these lives are also. And if your man is not a super freak and you're looking for a. I think it may be time to give your boy, who is also a chance. You know what I mean? So just think about it. Think about it. And see, this is why I'm saying, like, from the beginning, from the get-go, if your man is not, whoever you're talking to, their intimacy level, their spicy level has to match your level, because, you know, it is going to be a problem later on. But you said that that's all he knows. He does a great job. You said waterfalls. You know, I create monsoons over here, hurricanes. Okay, period. No, this is why you should keep things interesting. This is why you need to, like, include new things, try new things. Like toys, include new toys, different positions, different games. Like, there's a bunch of games that you can get right now. And it keeps it interesting. Like, if there is something that you guys haven't tried, bring it up. Tell them, hey, yo, let's try this. Let's give it a try. You know, and see why, like, or see what you don't like and you do like, because you may discover new things. Be like, oh shit, I didn't know I like to be tied up in a leash, blindfolded, handcuffed at the same time while being dominated from the back. Like, I didn't know that shit was hot. I didn't know I was gonna like that, right? So that's why, like, if you're with somebody right now and you guys are being intimate, try new things. Where do you think is a good place to meet men? Shoot, I hope he's like, try new things. So to meet men, just anywhere, because you're gonna find good guys and bad guys anywhere, apps and in person. You can find good and bad people at church. You know, so it's just anywhere. You gotta. Oh my God, I mean, if you guys like the fluids going in there, you know, I always like when you guys give my liquid kids a roller coaster ride down the esophagus, you know what I mean? Like, I love doing that too. That shit is hot. Okay. And that's why I'm saying you need to try different things with your man. Try different things. There's so much out there, right? So much. Toys, lubes. Shout out to everyone who's put in orders today. Like, if you guys didn't know, naughtyscience.com, my website, toys, lubes. There were some people who bought a bunch of lubes. They help, edible lubes, different types of toys. I even got alien toys, you know what I mean? Like, just in case you want to get a little out of this world freaky, right? We got them too. They're weird, but it's crazy that they sell. You know, I got some alien things in there. So, like, you guys think, like, if you guys go to the website, naughtyscience.com, it's also linked in my bio. If you guys go to the website and you see these alien toys that I have there, you're going to be like, nobody buys those. Girls buy them. I'll tell you that right now. Girls buy them. And this shit is wild because the shapes and stuff that they are, I'm like, when I first got it, I was like, nobody's going to buy it. A shit ton of people are buying it. So that's why I was like, my bad. I just didn't know people were like into some alien fetish type of things, because I've never been like, I wonder what an alien cat tastes like or looks like or feels like. Never been my thing, you know. I've never, thought about it, but now I'm curious, Now I'm curious. So if you guys get a chance, go check it out. And if you guys listen to the podcast, you guys will know there's a special discount code, but you got to listen to the podcast to find out. All right, next question. Hi, so my man and I are high school sweethearts. We have 2 boys together and life is settled pretty well. But the downfall is whenever I tell him let's have S, he's down, but he busts super quick. Like 3 minutes and he's done. What does that mean? Like, boy, I need help. I need my spot also. My toys help. See, I was just talking about toys. I was just literally talking about toys. Now, if you're having, this is why I'm glad I did an episode with Bessel Wellness and Beauty. They also like specialize in sexual wellness, right? And there's different stuff that can kind of help them maybe last a little bit longer. That way that doesn't happen. But he needs to slow down. If he feels like he's gonna finish, pull out, do something different. And something that I have been recommending lately is if you're having problems with your man busting super quick, go get those the cheap rubbers, the cheap like that you can get wherever, the dollar store ones that are like super thick. Okay, wrap that one, put that thing on, put two of them on. You know, like you're not worrying about it breaking because you're still expecting him to pull out or like whatever you guys do. Like even if you have an IUD, if you have birth control, it doesn't matter. Okay. You put that thing, put two of them on. Okay. So he feels less. Okay. And then that way it's not super sensitive anymore. So he needs to work on that because I mean, especially if you've been with him for a while and he doesn't want, maybe he's comfortable now. He's just like, all right, whatever. And you've settled, meaning like you've settled to the point where you just like, well, I'll just finish myself off with toys. Nah, girl. You should be upset at that man for him not being able to finish. If he finishes in 3 pumps, then guess what? Put that tongue to work, buddy. Go to work. Go to work, but just, spread them legs and be like, go to work, buddy. Still there. I'm still waiting. Like if you're going to want to continue, to do this, do your thing, Playboy. Do your thing. Because you settling for the toys is you saying, it's okay, buddy. You lasted 3 pumps. You tried, buddy. Nice job. No. That's what you're telling them. It's like, when you tell kids, oh, no, it's okay. Don't cry. You're fine. No. If he's a man, not a boy, he'll do it. You're a chimp. You know what I mean? Like, if he, like, make him go to work. Hey, what that tongue do? And look him dead in his eyes. Be like, yo, what that tongue do? Yeah? Yeah, it's not going to suck itself. Tell him that. So... you're accepting his behavior or his 3 pumps by just being like, fine, I'll just use my toys. So my man is obsessed with making me see, girl, with your bad self. She's over here just waterfall all over the place. That's the type of man you need right there. All right, next question. Been with someone for more than 20 years. I feel like we are just comfortable. I don't enjoy the S or look forward for it. I have a sneaking link for a while, but cut that quits. I feel I need to change, but I'm afraid. I don't know what else to do. Guess I'm afraid to start all over. At the end of the day, stay alone. And see, I'm glad you said that, even though you're over here sneaking link messing around, right? You need to, like, if you're feeling like that, like, why would... So many people stay in relationships that are bad because they're afraid to be alone. They're afraid to start over. They're like, I spent all this time with this person to start over, so I'm just going to stay here and cheat. That what you're doing is not good. And what you're doing to your boy is not good either, right? So if you're not into the relationship anymore, you need to tell him. Like if you want to make it work, maybe some counseling, therapy, something like that. But just blowing it off, being like, oh, like, I don't want to be alone. So you're being very selfish is what you're doing. You're being very selfish because you're like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to start over. So I'm just going to cheat on my man. That's being very selfish, because again, if we would have flipped that too right now saying, hey, like this guy doesn't love his girl anymore, but he is afraid to be alone, or start over. So he just keeps her around. You'd be like, fuck that. Leave her, like you'd get upset. So I would just say, like, if you don't like her anymore, don't be doing that to your guy. Okay. If you're not into him, don't be afraid also to start over because it's going to get to a point where maybe he just cuts you off and then you're just get caught off unexpected, or maybe he's cheating or something's going on. That's why you need to have this conversation. And if the relationship is not working, it's not working. Like, that's worse. Worse is just being like, oh, it's not working. Our relationship is shit. But I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to start over. So I'm just going to stay in this shitty relationship. And I'm also going to cheat on him and give him a miserable time too as well. No. You see how it sounds out loud? It sounds horrible, right? And so if you don't want it done to you either, why are you doing it to homeboy over here, okay? All right, next question. I ended my 6-year friends with benefits. He knew I had feelings for him, and we drew the line, but I just couldn't keep acting. He came to me for affection, and I knew it was because his recent breakup. He got cheated on. Did I do the good thing? He said he liked me too after the second time I confessed. We've been through a lot too. See, here's the thing. If a guy gets cheated on and he has somebody to go and like be like, oh my God, she cheated on me, they're gonna go. And then he's gonna be like, some cookie would make me feel great right now, right? So, and especially if you guys were just friends with benefits, sneaky links, like I get it. Maybe a quick text been like, hey, like, sorry you had to go through that. But him, like, if you're letting him come over and be like, it's okay, you're gonna get it. That's boyfriend, girlfriend activity right there, right? And plus, he, like Neverland Queen said, if you wanted to be his girlfriend, she should have been his girl. Exactly. If he wanted you as a girlfriend, you would have been the girlfriend. But you're just the friends with benefits, and now he needs somebody to be there for him while he cries it out that his girl cheated on him. And so you also have to think about, why did he get cheated on? How was that relationship? What if clearly he might have been cheating on her and then she cheated back and then all of a sudden it became a problem, right? So because you said you were friends with benefits with them, sneaky link, was it while they were together? So, see, this is why like relationships and sneaky links, all this stuff gets kind of confusing. And I would just, if it was just a sneaky link, I would have been like, sorry, like, I'm sorry you're having to go through that, but go talk to your girlfriend. All right, next question. I'm so in love with my ex-friends with benefits that's it. Made me miss great opportunities. I've been in such a funk for 2 years. I can't bounce back no matter what I do. I've really thought about slutting it out for a while, but that's not who I am. Girl, you're like heartbroken over a friends with benefits. So clearly, you had feelings for this guy, because, and for, like, you can't seem to get over it. I think in your head, you might have been romanticizing this person. And so once it ended, now you feel a certain type of way, because now you're just like, I can't get over it. Like, I miss him. But like Molly says, I can't judge here because I've been there too. And I get it. Like, sometimes you catch feelings for somebody, even though on the other side, he was probably just there to hook up, right? Like, I don't know what his intentions were or what was going on over there too. But this is why we need to stop romanticizing people, because a lot of people do it. Let's be honest. Like, there's people who start talking. I remember I had a one-on-one session with this young lady, and she had been talking to this guy for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And which was her like shortest relationship ever, right? But she romanticized this guy so badly, like so much, that it felt like she had been together with this person for like years. And it was a worse heartbreak than somebody she was dating for years, because she had romanticized this person, thinking this guy's the one, we're going to be such a great couple, this and that. I can see us getting married, doing this. And then all of a sudden he's done with you after that. And it just heartbreak, because we tend to romanticize people in the very beginning, and I'm not saying stop doing that. It's hard, right? It's hard not to do it, because we're human, and it just happens. You can't just be like, tell your body, hey, don't do this. But it's more of a, just try to remind yourself of what happened in the past. Be like, oh shit, like last time this happened when I let somebody in way too soon, they completely broke my heart, or something like that. So you just need it more as a reminder, not as like, because I know it's hard to be like, well, that's just how I start. I'm a lover girl. I'm a lover boy, that's just how I felt towards the person. And I get it 1000%, right? Because your boy is a lover boy too, right? But it should be just a reminder, be like, last time I let this shit happen, shit bit me in the ass. I was heartbroken. I was crying. And so you just got to be careful. Stop romanticizing. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm talking to someone, he has great qualities, but he smokes cigarettes. Leave him. Next question. And he's got this cough that's annoying. Not sure if I can get past this. I have asked him if he would stop. He said he would try, but he hasn't. Should I move on? Yes, absolutely. Cigarettes are gross. They are disgusting. I would never be with a girl who smokes cigarettes. I could never be with a girl who smokes cigarettes. And if you knew he smoked cigarettes and he had a horrible cough, why did you get involved? Because if I'm talking to somebody and the moment I see her smoke cigarettes, I'm be like, well, that's done. For example, I used to think Rihanna was hot as fuck. Okay, hot as fuck. Until I saw her smoking cigarettes. After that, I'm just, when that attraction just faded away. I'm just, hey, nope, she smokes cigarettes. All I can imagine is like just the cigarette taste, the smell. I've kissed a girl one time, that had just finished smoking cigarettes. Disgusting. Girl, I almost threw up. So, leave Rihanna alone. See, like, she can do whatever she wants. Obviously, clearly, she's a freaking billionaire. She can do whatever she wants. She can smoke. She knows, and she got a man too. But me, I could never be with somebody who smokes because that smell is just disgusting. Like anytime somebody smokes cigarettes around me, I'm just like, and I move. And if they get closer again with the fucking cigarette, I mean, hey, bro, like, I don't like the smell of cigarettes. All right, just tell them, hey, I'm allergic to cigarettes. And they're like, oh, shit, my bad. And then they smoke a different way. Yeah. Smoking bud, I'm fine with it. That's the weird thing. Like, smoking bud, I'm fine with it. If a girl smokes cigars, fine with it. Or vape, cool, whatever. But if you're like... like this, like if you have like a vape that's this big, yeah, that's totally it. Now if you had a vape that's like pretty, you like cool, but if you pull this bitch out like blowing O's and shit, no, hell no. Like imagine you're just like at a family party and like your man or your girl blowing O's, right? Making arrows. No, absolutely the fuck not. Now, if you do something smaller and discreet, I'm trying to see if I have anything small or discreet over here. Just like something small and you're just like, that's it. Cool. We good. I'm fine with that. But no, this right here. And then it has like, it's like literally the battery is like this big. And then it has like the top part. So like technically, this is what it kind of looks like. Like I have a little light over here. You're like, yeah, you want to hit it? No, leave me alone. I'm gonna hit you. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I definitely don't do cigarettes. Vapes, if they're like smaller, cool, whatever. Buds, fine. Cigars, fine. Just not cigarettes. Cigarettes, just that smell. For someone who doesn't smoke, you sure do know. Oh, because I've been around people that have, because I've had buddies who are just like, and I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to put my mouth on that after you just deep throated that fucking thing. Like, I'm good. So, just as long as they're not big. I'll do one more question. I'll do one more. Okay. Hi. Hold on. When you use caps, I feel like you're yelling at me. Okay. I feel like you're yelling at me. All right. Hi. You need to lowercase these bitches, okay? Because I just feel like you're yelling at me, and it's really. I'm starting getting a little upset. Okay. I feel like you're just sitting here yelling. Hi. I need your advice. I've been with some secret friend for about a year. We see each other twice a week and we text every day. He's usually the first one who texts and asks how my day is going and etc. And he also tells me that he loves me. Awkward. S is great with him. There's a part 2. S is great with him. I enjoy that time there that we're together, but that's it. Could it be just starting to catch feelings for me? We are both, girl. To me, it just seems that you're just sticking around for the D. You're just like, all this is bad, but the D is great. Right? Like, I get it. Some people stay in certain situations, whether it's be cheating, friends with benefits, whatever the case, because the D is great. But and especially if you're cheating, you're eventually gonna get caught. Okay, look at the CEO from that freaking space thing. I forgot the fucking thing was called. He didn't expect to get caught at a Coldplay concert. He was probably perfect 365 days this year, and it just took that one fuck up, you know. And when you're cheating, not only do you not need to get caught, the other person doesn't need, like, they could get you caught. What if they put you on say they're single and they put you on a story and you're with somebody and, you know, they'll be like, oh shit, that's my man. Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, cheating is very difficult nowadays. Just like doing crimes. Damn near everybody has a fucking Ring camera. So they could literally track you, be like leaving your place, going all the way to where you're at, and then coming right back, and you thinking you're being slick, right? And same with cheating. Like, there's so many phones out there, so many. I remember back in Idaho, somebody got caught cheating by somebody else saw somebody else's story and saw them in it with somebody that wasn't their girl. You know what I mean? Like, it's only a matter of time before you're gonna get caught. Just because somebody else could take a selfie, you're in the back, you don't even know that you're in the back. All of a sudden, somebody you know sees it, and then guess what? It's over. So that's what I'm saying. Like, cheating is it's only a matter of time. That D is going to get you guys in trouble. I'll just tell you that right now. Okay. Hola, what's up, Steph? ¿Cómo estás? Why cheat? Just be the one you really want to be with. True. But there's people who, they want something else too. It's a bunch of different reasons why people cheat, right? It's not just one specific reason. Some people want somebody else too, but they don't want to lose their person. So clearly they're not going to tell their wife or their girlfriend that they're cheating, right? So when are you open? I'm open right now. No, but when are you opening again for submissions? So every month we do the lives where I do, you know, I post an anonymous thing on my lives or my Instagram story, and you guys can ask questions there. But since it's early October, you know, the next one's not until November. But when I do lives as well, and we're not answering the questions anymore, you can ask questions too. Or just send me a DM, and those ones get recorded and put onto videos. And so I also recorded just recently the subscriber. So if you're a subscriber on Instagram and you ask questions, you get put to the top of the list. Okay. So if that's their person, they wouldn't want to cheat. True, but people, like I said, people cheat for different reasons. I love the comments on the girls shooting they shot at the gun. And it's funny because I miss a lot of the comments when we're doing the questions because I'm over here trying to stay locked in, because when I start paying attention to the comments, I lose my train of thought. So anyways, I'm going to go head to the gym. Your boy got to go get a workout in, and then I'm going to edit this and upload it to YouTube. So if you guys missed your question, I upload the lives onto YouTube, so it should be live on YouTube tomorrow. And also, podcast came out today. has to do with boundaries, people respecting your boundaries, and how to start respecting your boundaries too as well. So if you haven't listened to today's podcast, definitely go listen to it. Link is in the bio. And then next week we have that. We're also going to start that giveaway. We're going to be giving away something that makes the girl's button down there a little bit more sensitive, and it just raises the O. You can get your O faster, and you can intensify the O's. And same with guys. Okay, we're gonna be doing two giveaways. So one for the guys and one for the ladies too. So anyways, I'm gonna go to the gym because I was trying to do cardio, but no one tried to help me do cardio. So I'm just gonna go do cardio at the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting ready. I had my cowboy hat ready and everything to go, but nobody wants to help your boy. Okay, so but anyways, I'll see you guys on Thursday. That way we can go live and answer the rest of the questions. So thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys on Thursday. So anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys.